to the people's house, baby, baby. Can you love me? Get me go crazy. If you feel me, I feel you. And welcome to the Wizard School. Cause we love birdseed. We love you, birdseed. And it's about you and me. We come to here, sip the tea. All allegedly, no cap. All allegedly, not speaking facts. But it could be, just might. Sometimes you get that new me, good tea, me, gang. Well, folks, it's a lot of talk going on. I'm sorry. What's up, my pretties, my lovelies? I know you're doing pretty lovely, so let's get into this tea. All right, so allegedly, this woman is accusing TD Jake's daughter. Cause I don't know all the situation. I was only watching some of this YouTube uh, podcast, a YouTube channel, and I'll post it later towards the end or somewhere. I post it, and it's the radio station is Queen Sheba Darling, and it says it's supposed to tell all TD Jake's daughter Cora Jake stole my son, and it's kind of I don't know, make me feel a little uneasy just thinking about it because not only is it weird that she was married previously and the daughter that was in her possession uh, was being assaulted by her husband, allegedly. And it was supposed to be on public record, which I don't even know about that really, but I think maybe I heard about it. Now she had later on got a child from this particular woman who's on the show, and if it's allegedly the woman who's on the show has signed an Andy Jakes, I'm sorry, dang, a NDA that Cora Jakes had her sign to never talk about the situation. And she just said she doesn't care because even though she does have other children, that's still her son. And basically, the son has been gone for 9 years. And allegedly, due to the fact that they're saying that Cora Jakes was unable to have her own children, um, um, a year into her having her son in 2014, 15, her son was taken away from her without her consent. And she said basically she wasn't feeling herself. She was going through a lot, and Cora used it to her advantage to steal her son. And even to this day, she's not supposed to talk about it. And even though when you dig deeper into the conversation, you find out that the NDA was done under prospectance, and if you're not physically, mentally capable of talking, technically you're not really able to really hold something to law that's signed by somebody who's not mentally capacitated to do what they need to do at a certain time. Now, true enough, she was alert, but the way she takes it as she didn't really know what was going on because she was told one thing how the situation was going, but Cora allegedly was doing something different, and then she had twisted it and make it seem like, oh, you knew, but no, I knew you was doing this. I didn't know you was doing that. So it's crazy because not only was Cora the only one there, it was several people there. Now she said it's true that some of the people may not have known what was going on, but to me, it's given if all these people are mothers. I don't know. Hope they don't have something going on that shouldn't be going on. Maybe it's not their first rodeo, and if they do have kids of their own, or them kids, or they come about the same way and they have some kind of dirty, cringy pack of people who can't have kids who band together to do this to people. And it's really sad because, first of all, I'm just going to say this is just my opinion. If you weren't able to safeguard the child you had previously from assault, battery, damage, what makes you think that you can do it for another child? And why be selfish enough just say you want a child to do it? Like, but you didn't protect the other child who was being assaulted by your then husband. To me, it just seemed like something's not right with the links that connect certain links together. It seems as if you should just chill out and just do you. It's almost like you're trying to overcompensate and have a child around. Not saying you need a child around, but you just want a child around. I don't know if it's like do this for me, do this for me. I'm not sure, but it doesn't seem like the children are really being that invested in. But yet you going through such great lengths to get them, and it's so weird and crazy because um I don't know. I just don't have a good feeling about the whole situation. Like it's just real awkward. And it's like people backed her up. And I do know it's some manipulative people in the world, people that really are really their wheels really chime. They can really make things happen for themselves and other people. Which me, I ain't gonna lie, I was a late bloomer. I had a lot of things I learned as I got older and in the midst of being older. But it seemed like some people in life they just know, like they know how to do this and know how to do that because they've been, I guess, bamboozled at an early age. They know how to move and maneuver other people. And the way that this woman goes about saying how, on which I haven't finished watching all of it, Cora, TD Jake's daughter, had allegedly missed her out of her child, and even now, she really doesn't have rights to her own child to ever see him really ever again or discuss the situation is really disgusting. I really feel like it needs to be looked into because the woman is risking her livelihood speaking on it, even though she supposedly has signed an NDA under false pretense and unawares. So I would just encourage anybody who's able to reach out, anybody who's able to help her, help her. Let's do something about it. Now I do know it's a lot of trouble in the TV land with TD Jakes, put P Diddy, and I wouldn't be surprised if he took parts. But true enough, in the Bible, do want you to hang around people who are sinners opposed to people who are non-sinners. However, I don't feel like that's why he was hanging around them. But I do feel like sinners do need Christians around them. And I'm just going to leave it at that. So him hanging around P. Diddy is not the end all be all. But at the same time, it's like if this is the type of people you hang around, like what's going on with these children? What's going on with your daughter being so knowing how to do this and do that and get a child in her custody and she didn't physically birth that child. So I don't know. It's got me looking sideways at the pot house. But I was looking sideways at the pot house a couple years back. Maybe no, it wasn't around that time that I heard that the baby got taken or whatever. But it was some news that came out about T. Jakes that wasn't just the news that was going on with uh sorry. I had a balloon that was moving around. It was just making me nervous. Anyway, like the news that was going on with TD Jakes and Diddy. But at the same time, it's like it was some news about TD Jakes that really made me just look at how the house differently. And the news is real simple. I mean, because the video may be way back, but allegedly they were saying that TD Jake, it was news out that he had passed away. So yeah. But anyway, there was even supposed to be an exorcism involved in this said case with church people, which is also crazy. So the story gets deep, story gets crazy, and I am so glad that I came across the story. I'm not able to physically do anything, but get the story out there, and maybe hopefully the right people will hear it and be able to share it and do something about it. Because at the end of the day, I don't feel like this child is safe in good hands. I don't know if this is the woman who took her wig off. I do know one of TD Jake's daughter took her wig off, and when that happened, I kind of was like, "What?" Then, but I don't really feel like that's where the child needs to be. And I don't feel like it's right that within a month of the child, like a couple months of the child being born, it has a whole new mother. And she supposedly her and Cora before this happening were friends, and how Cora hangs around all the friends she hangs around are mothers, and how Cora and her been knowing each other since childhood. It's very weird and kind of crazy. And the reason she gave so much trust to Cora because they were hanging out. They've been knowing each other for a long time as kids. So it's a really sad story. I just want to have people go check out the Queen Sheba Darling YouTube channel because it's exposed a lot of stuff here, and it's almost unreal that this is able to happen. This is able to go on, and I'm not saying that the mother at the time was not in the best situation to raise her child, but at that time, if you're a friend, try to work with the woman, raise the child for a couple years or something like that, or make it in a situation where the woman can eventually get her child back. But to physically take someone's child, and I'm not even a mother, but I can sympathize with it. I couldn't imagine that happening to a mother, and that's crazy. And I just feel like it needs to get looked into. And it's just making me raise more and more eyebrows up at certain families, certain organizations, you know, and I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it. And I hope that she gets the help that she needs, and hopefully somebody will see, exactly what she's talking about, who can offer help. Because I'm sure someone knows her son, because I think it's the only child that's in her custody and possession right now, who is Cora Jakes, the son. I don't know if his name's been changed or what. He should be about 8, 9, 10ish. Um, I don't feel like what was happening to him was fair. And I don't even know if he even knows about his biological mother. And I don't know, I just don't have a good feeling like he's just really good, like in good mentally taken care of. Like I feel like he just maybe going through some things and maybe needs his mother, and he should be back in the custody of his mother since she is physically able and capable now to deal with him. So yeah. So y'all reach out, y'all tap in, get this woman some help, get her story out there, because technically the NDA is supposed to not really be a valid NDA, and which is crazy. They must really thought she was like missing some cocoa puffs or something for her to sign the NDA that she did. So that's why it's good to read the fine print, go into details of stuff, and know your rights, because people, if they can, they would try to take it right. Because the way it's set up, even though they closed out her case, it appears like it was some underhanded stuff going on, to where even possibly Corey could have knew some of the people who was involved in the situation to get it taken care of. But that don't mean that if she went back into it, that she could get her child back, because of some false pretenses that happened, and she has a lot of receipts, allegedly. So that's all I'm gonna do for now. Thank you for stopping by his house. Y'all can come and subscribe, go check it out, and come back here. Let me know what y'all think. And we out this piece. Thanks for stopping by. To meet again at the his house with friends. You can call me again. Okay, peace out. Like, share, subscribe. Such a vibe. Until next time, per TM.